We've done the 95 hours of
Welcome to Zero Credibility. This is the Avengers special. I'm your host, Peter. I got my friends with me. Yo, Daniel, what's up?
Hey guys, my name's Dan from Dan's Delicious Dinners. This is my first media appearance. You might know me from Instagram, social media, maybe from the news. So I'm quite a big thing right now. I'm going to introduce you to one of my friends, Nick.
Hi guys, my name is Nicholas Fu. I'm the younger brother of the host. Nice to meet you all. Nice to be here. And today on this podcast is my friend Damien as well. Damien's here to join us as well because we're big Avengers fan. We went to watch the movie together. Damien, say hi.
Hey guys, my name's Damien. This is my debut as well, but I'm not as big as Dan, so really hoping one day I reach that potential. But yeah, excited.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining the podcast. I'd like to start off by saying, Nick, why the hell do you have to tell everyone you and him watch it together?
Yeah.
You told me. You told me
I didn't get that as well.
It's okay. Whatever. Let's just start. Let's just start. What were your thoughts? Let's start with Daniel. Let's go.
My thoughts? As soon as I came out of the cinema, I loved it. I thought it was so good. There are a few things that didn't really add up in my mind, but that really took a while to sort of sink in. 3 hours is a long time. Obviously, we can go into the specifics right now. There's a few things that I want to talk about, but overall, solid 9 out of 10 minimum.
9 out of 10. I agree with you. We're going to get through the plot holes together. We'll have that discussion. What about Nick? What were your thoughts walking out of the cinema with Damien?
Well, I mean, 9 out of 10. It's supposed to be the best movie of all time in the world. Right? I thought it was really good. I walked out there and then I said to Damien, do you want to go watch it again? And then you were like, yeah, let's watch it again sometime this week. I want to go watch it again. It was a really good movie. It was amazing. We've been, we love superheroes. Superhero movies are our favorite kind of movies, and Marvel just killed it. I don't think there's any other superhero movie out there that can top this.
Damien, what's your take?
Okay, mine's a little different. I don't know. I think it's a good movie, but I felt a little, I felt it was a little off at the end. But overall, it's still a good movie. And obviously, I want to watch it again, but more so because it's 3 hours long. It's a lot to digest. I don't know about a 9. I'd say I still think Infinity War is better, but it's still a good movie.
You know what, Damien? I actually agree with you. I think Infinity War was a way more more epic, emotionally provoking movie, and I kind of I agree with Nick. It should have been the best one out of them all. But I think if y'all can think of all these other series and movies, the last film is usually. It's not really it's always going to be the best. It's actually, if you think about it, the last film of every series is always the toughest movie to do. You can talk about Lord of the Rings. I thought everyone talk about the two towers being the best out of the lot, or the Fellowship, but no one ever talks about the Return of the King being the best. Star Wars, everyone talks about the Empire Strikes Back. They never talk about Return of the Jedi. They always talk about Empire Strikes Back, and so on. You can keep on going and going and going. Yeah, so I kind of agree with Damien that I thought the movie before was better, but I thought this movie was really, really, really good. And I agree with Dan that there are a lot of plot holes, and I think that's what contributed to, the reason why I didn't get full marks, in my personal opinion. And I think let's go through. Let's quickly state to all the listeners out there that this is a spoilers-filled episode. They'll be full of spoilers. So I want to first talk about, what do you think of the deaths in the film? Do you think all the deaths were the right deaths? Right to die?
Well, yeah. I think no one gives a shit about Black Widow, man. Who gives a shit about Black Widow? I'm sorry, but she's just some spy girl who can't give birth. I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? Actually, dude. Oh damn! I'm sorry. Wait, that's bad. That's bad territory. I'm sorry, but Black Widow, I think, in my opinion, is a shit. She's not important, man. She's nobody. She's a no, I'm kidding.
I thought it was more off because
Okay, Nick. Okay,
Like, she
I
has
think enough of your like takes. What about Dan? Dan, what's your take on that?
So, I've first got to say, so the odds on the betting websites, they stated that Captain America was almost definitely going to die, but obviously he didn't. I think they killed off pretty good characters. I just don't think that they have the emotional response that the Russo brothers hoped I would probably give. For each in their own. I just thought that I don't have too much of an emotional attachment to Black Widow or who's the other one?
What, Iron Man?
fucking Tony Stark.
Yeah, fucking Tony Stark.
Tony.
No.
Nebula.
Well, Nebula's still alive.
Nebula's still alive. The
green one
old
died before.
The green one.
Vision.
The green
Vision's
one.
full dead.
Vision. Yeah, Vision. So the people who have died is Vision, Black Widow.
Gamora. Well, original timeline. Gamora's gone. The green one.
Yeah, I mean they're both green. Even the new Gamora is a green as well.
Oh yeah.
She didn't change color, bro.
Lighter. She's like a lighter shade of green.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we move on. Okay. Anyways, you know what? I kind of agree with you, Dan. I think when Vision died, I don't think any of you gave a fuck. I didn't really give a fuck, really. When Black Widow died, not really. But when Tony Stark died, I think that hit a chord.
I think it's also because everyone knew that they're like out of this world. In reality, their contracts ended. Well, everyone who was a Marvel fan knew that they were going to go. So no one was really taken back. When people die in other movies, the one that I can quote, is The Departed, and Leonardo DiCaprio just got shot like that and he died and no one expected it. And I was like, what the fuck? My balls dropped to the floor hard. But this movie, it was like, I'm expecting someone to die. So when they died, I'm like, oh, okay, I was expecting that.
You got movies like Black Widow coming out, and then Scarlet Witch. No, not Scarlet Witch. Black Widow literally dies in this movie, even though she has a movie coming out after Spider-Man Far From Home. So that was surprising, but it's not like I cared. But
No, I agree. I agree with like Damien over there. But I think the one that has really got people like upset, I think, was the Tony Stark one, because there's like the poster, there's like the Avenger poster, the Avenger background saying "I love you 3000."
Ah.
Yeah.
Love you 3000.
I thought that was tearjerker, because I shed a little tear there. I was like not trying not to cry now. Then I dropped a little bit of that, and I thought it was really sad. I think it was a great way to close out Phase 3, and it was a great way to close out like the first the first gen heroes. Because if you think about it, that means there's no more Captain America, there's no more Iron Man, and now there leaves a possibility of there possibly no more Thor. Because in the comics, right, they copied this version of Thor where he's like fat and like he's kind of like washed, and then the next Thor was a.
But there's a Thor 4 though, right?
Yeah, there is a fourth Thor coming out.
Yeah, it could be.
And there's a Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's on that fucking ship. So
Yeah.
what are the chances? And the thing is,
he's got movies for days.
The popularity. So you got to think that MCU is a company, right? They will never kill something off that's gonna reap more money in the future, right? True. Iron Man was sort of dying out because he was getting old. Like any series, people get old,
Yeah.
And so they Thor's popularity is skyrocketing. Because since the second one, since the third or whatever, which one he was like really funny, people just want to see him. I did not give two shits about him in the Dark World. He wasn't really that funny. He was very serious, but his character in real life is actually really funny as well. People like Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, true.
And he's
good-looking, sexy man.
And everyone knows that Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be from the last sort of funny thing on the ship. Everyone knows, everyone was laughing in the cinema. And so everyone knows that, the next Guardians of the Galaxy, you're going to be stupid not to put Thor inside.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think if you look at the if you look at comic books in general, right? Like the rule of comic books is that no one really dies in comic books, and anyone can come back from anywhere. Marvel has like kind of a lot to play with, but I think that I'm pretty sure they planned Phase 4 already. They planned the next 10 movies. They know what they want to do, and I think they're really setting shit up. Like, I think they're setting shit up for the next Captain America to be like the Sam Wilson dude.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
On your left.
Next, then there could be a Civil War 2. The Civil War 2 comic book means that it's Captain Marvel against supposedly Iron Man, but then it could be someone else and so on. So that might be the next Avengers movie. Who knows?
I honestly think they're gonna go for like smaller, lesser known characters. Like they're doing like Eternals and like all these lesser known franchises to like start off this new phase.
Yeah, it was the same like Guardians of the Galaxy, right? None of us knew what Guardians of the Galaxy was, and then now we love it, you know?
Yeah, I think they're going to go for that approach where they introduce these new franchises and then eventually in like 10 years' time.
They got X-Men back, so X-Men might
they did. They got X-Men back.
Yeah, they bought Fox. So X-Men is, they're going to I think they might reboot X-Men after the Dark Phoenix X-Men, because that apparently it's in another universe. So they might create like a universe with X-Men in it. And then there's like, they have Blade. If you all know who Blade is, the vampire killing black dude.
I don't know about mixing X-Men and Thingy. I don't know about that.
Blade.
You don't know? I don't know.
X-Men 100% are going to be in the MCU at some point. 100%. There's no way.
I think so too. But like, I don't know how they're going to do it. It's like, you probably didn't like see like Guardians of the Galaxy coming in, right? Because like most of Avengers are on Earth, and Guardians of the Galaxy are like in a different galaxy, far away kind of thing. You just didn't expect it. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm excited. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not like. I think I'm done. I'm done with. I would like to think that I'm kind of done with superhero movies, but I'm
never.
No, you're not. No fucking way.
Never.
No way. Marvel is way smarter than that.
Okay, then this brings us to our next topic then. So do you think we're in a superhero movie boom? Like, or you think we're in a bubble? That's the question. Do you think we're in a superhero movie bubble? Do you think that like, what, like the next Marvel, if they make a misstep and they make a bad movie, let's just say, are you going to watch the other ones? Are you interested in Phase 4? Are you actually interested in Phase 4, knowing that Iron Man is gone, knowing that Captain America is gone, and so on?
Well,
and now they're going to base
Well, are you talking specifically about Marvel superhero movies? Because you say superhero movie bubble, but superhero movies has been here since like a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like before Marvel Spider-Man, there were like Sam Raimi's normal old Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire and.
No, I meaning from like.
You're talking about Marvel. Are you talking about
the
just
first
Marvel
movie ever? Yeah, and like I'm talking about, when I talk about superhero movie, I'm talking about basically Marvel and DC right now. What's going on between them two right now?
Oh,
right?
And you think it's, well, I personally think that there's always going to be a superhero movie. You know, like they make a superhero movie every year, at least one every year. You know, I don't think it's a time period. I think superhero movies are like a very consistent thing, just like how you get a new comedy movie, a new horror movie every year, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
But didn't you think people don't get tired of it? Like,
no, but I mean, look at horror movies. There's a new horror movie every year, like,
but it's different. It's obviously different. But whereas, like, if you think about it, like Thor 1, Iron Man 1, Captain America 1, all these origin stories, even though
you gotta take into account, right, that all these movies that are coming out way faster than these heroes are being produced, right? Like Marvel still produces a lot of these films, and they're introducing a lot of these new characters, but they don't have that nostalgic feel like old Pokemon or the original people, you know, Superman and Action Comic 1 does have.
Agreed. Yeah.
So the nostalgic sort of factor is going to wear off, and they're just going to create people who don't have that, you know, memorabilia sort of factor. They're going to just turn people out that, you know, I don't know, just random, you know, heroes, because it's going to be sort of all used up. Like once you see another person in a you know, an armored suit, everyone's going to be like, you're just fucking taking the piss from Iron Man. Like in 20 years time or something like that. It's never really going to be what it once was. But in saying that, do I think that these box offices will break one day? I do. I think they do. Because once, we get old, I think we're still going to watch a lot of these films. When Iron Man 1 came out in 2008, maybe the people who were 30 wouldn't watch it. But when I'm 30, I think I'm going to watch the superhero movie. So you're covering more of a range of demographics, of social, economic, and, life people, if you know what I mean. So the reason why The Force Awakens did so well is because they've waited a long time. So people who were like 40, 50 came in to see it because they were like 30 by the time when they saw the first one. And that is going to hold true with a lot of the comic films. So when we get old as well, a lot of people are going to jump on that wagon. And the more people that jump on that wagon, it doesn't really take that much creativity to become profitable in terms of being, MCU. You just need to turn over something and get half the people who liked Guardians of the Galaxy to come in, and you're pretty much fucking done. You're set. Like, as long as you're making a profit, you're laughing all the way to the bank. Like, I fucking hated Batman vs. Superman, but it made a fucking profit, right?
Yeah, man.
And then they made out, like, Suicide Squad and all this bullshit, and I'm like, wow, you're fucking milking it. But it still made money. It still makes money. At the end of the day, these people won't make a movie that won't make money. Like, if there's something that is just for memory or, just for the fans, fuck that shit. No way. You're doing it for the fans because the fans will pay money to watch you. You're not going to put that shit on Netflix for the fans. No fucking way.
If you think about it, Justice League was trash, but Justice League made millions.
Justice League, I think did it cost $1 billion?
Yeah, it grossed close to $1 billion. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No, it did like 700 million. No, it's 650. But the thing is, the budget for these films are like 200 million, and including the marketing costs and the distribution costs, it's still like, I don't know, 300 to 400. I was looking at the stats the other day. They still make money out of all these films.
Yeah, of course. I think, like you said just now, like, they just need to cover, they just need to get like half the fans from a different movie who's invested in this universe, and they get the comic book fans, and they get all the new young kids who look at this and marketed it well, and they'll just watch it, and then you cover cost and money and plus more. So I agree with you. I think I personally think that they'll keep pushing superhero movies more and more, but I just think it won't grow as much, and these movies, it will be harder for these movies to stick, right? Okay, like a perfect example is later on when we bring up like I'll ask you guys, out of the 22 Marvel movies that come out so far, and I want you to rank your top 5 and stuff, you guys are gonna like, I strongly think that like a lot of the films in the 22 films are really forgettable films, in my personal opinion.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So that like out of a lot of them. So that's what I'm trying to say. And that's why I think like Star Wars, for example, right, where you took so many years, then you put it out. I think that makes more of an impact. That it has that, like you said, novelty factor and so on. Like there will be no movie like Infinity War. There will be no movie like Endgame. There will be no movies like Civil War. But there will be a lot of movies like Iron Man 1. There'll be tons of Iron Man 1. Look, there are already like 4 Batman reboots. So,
they probably will be, but it will take a while. Like, this building up the series and stuff, like 2008. And the first time we ever saw Thanos was in 2012. That was in the end of the Avengers. He came in, right? Yeah. And since 2012, I mean, you've been building him up freaking like 7 years. Like, And so the MCU knows how to tease, and the Infinity Stones have been teased out for the last 7 years.
Yeah,
I don't know, but they came out in the Dark World. The Dark World had an Infinity, right?
Yeah, the red one.
So okay, let's talk about what we didn't like about the film, and I think let's start with Damien, because Damien voiced it really clearly that there were some things which he didn't like about the film. Then I'll go. So Damien, what didn't you like about the film?
I don't know. I feel like, any time travel movie is going to have a lot of plot holes regardless because, we don't even understand it properly. But I feel like the way they explain time travel in this movie is a bit. It
didn't make sense.
I guess it makes sense, but it's not really clear, I feel like they just want you to brush it over and not think about it too much.
Yeah.
But But like my main gripe with the movie is the ending. I hated Captain America's ending. I thought it was just dumb. Him going back in time to
be with that.
Yeah, go dance with Peggy. Stupid. Peggy.
Nick,
mainly because
hate.
Huh?
No, sorry, Nick is gonna get so much hate because he's such a woman hater. But anyways,
how many dudes? Oh, I'm sorry. I love
disgusting.
I'm sorry, but I mean, come on, did you see that scene, man? They had to like throw a little bit of feminism in that movie. Did you see that little bit?
We'll talk about
Okay, honestly, yeah, that one was very forced. I felt
it was forced, man. Like as me and Damien were watching it, I just said out loud, like, wow, like they just had to like really like put it in our face like that, you know? They're like showing all the woman heroes together, and they're like, it felt like. Yeah,
no, it's not that. It's more because it's like a war, right? They're all spread out, and then all of a sudden they just know to come landing in the same
just the woman in one scene.
That's what threw me off. I was like, whatever.
It's a little cringe, you know.
Going to the toilet together type of scene.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree on that. I was a bit like cringy. Like, do you know that Guardians of the Galaxy chick that doesn't do anything but like
Mantis,
like what the fuck is she gonna do in that scenario?
Fucking Gwyneth Paltrow.
Like read people's minds. Like they just want to kill each other. Like fuck, good job. Like oh my days. I thought that was sense. I agree with you guys.
So okay, my take, I agree with Damien. I think the reason why Marvel, if you think about it, Marvel is getting really like they're trying to be super liberal, like not liberal, but they're trying to be socially left. They're always like Captain Marvel's Kevin Feige made Captain Marvel the strongest character out of the Marvel universe, and I mean, in the time where that everyone's talking about feminism, women are strong and so on, which I don't think we have. Like, I don't think it's anything wrong with that, but I don't think you have to blatantly make it about that. Like if you think about it, all of you watched Captain Marvel, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
Don't you think Captain Marvel was such a movie that's saying that men always put women down, and it was such a I think it was a bit forced. It was so forced that it was a bit like this, not taste. It wasn't done tastefully,
I mean, like how she was in the army, and then like she failed at her training, and all the guys were like laughing at her and shit.
No, okay. I think it's better if she failed at training, but not guys laughing at her. But remember when she in the final scene when she got revved up, right? It was the scene.
Yeah, and it was showing all the scenes where how many times she got up, like.
No, it showed the scene of how many times men shat on her and she got up against men. So it was like, why can't you?
Yeah, it was her and a bunch of men. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Why do you have to shit on us to make yourself feel better? In my personal opinion, that's how I feel. But anyways, Marvel is doing that. Really, if you think about it, Marvel is trying to get more Asian actors in the films. They're trying to get more people of color.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
Shang-Chi, baby.
Black Panther. You think about it, see, Marvel is really smart at playing the political game. And that's why, when Dan said Marvel is really smart, I totally agree. That's why you see they're making Captain America black. What a way to win so many billion of new fans, right? You make Captain America.
You don't need,
that's from the
an
comics,
IQ of a minimum of 80 to figure that out. Like that's why they put Fan Bingbing in all these King Kong and all these random movies that she says 2 words, because China has 1.3 billion people. You get 1% to watch that film because 1% of them probably like Fan Bingbing, and you've made I don't know, $200 million just from putting one actor inside. You know, $10 million and how much money you're gonna make.
I was in China. I was in Shanghai, and that's why I watched it. I watched it during opening week, and surprisingly, it wasn't fully booked.
What wasn't?
In cinemas till late, and it wasn't I think, like you said, I don't think they had an Asian actor draw. So I think if they could get an Asian actor in it, you never know.
Wait, where were you watching? What were you watching?
I watched Avengers Endgame in Shanghai last week.
Oh wow!
They need to have a Captain China, man.
Yeah, that's all. My biggest worry was that I'll go in and it would be dubbed, and that would be.
That would have been the fucking best.
Oh my god, Kieran, like Iron Man. I was like, what the fuck? No, like, but it wasn't. I mean, and you know what? Like in the cinema, it was only me and my coworker laughing because they couldn't get the joke. You know, they don't.
Oh man, yeah, like when
jokes.
like
And the Korg jokes. You know the New Zealand rock dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
Korg.
that was really funny. Oh, we don't say.
Yeah, no, but that's sort of what I'm saying. It's just a numbers game. Like, it probably wasn't packed, but how many cities are there in China? Probably like 4,000 more than there were in Australia.
No. I'm saying it. Like, imagine the next phase. They already added a Korean actor for the Eternals. Now, like, I'm just waiting for them to add a Chinese actor.
Oh, dude, Chung-Chi, like if they nailed the actor right, oh my days. GG Avatar box office. Oh
yeah, Avatar. No, Avatar's
Shang-Chi.
Avatar's days on the highest grossing movie ever list is numbered. It's fucking numbered. I'm telling you.
No, it's only fuck numbered because that was the stage where 3D was like very new.
Yeah.
And that was my first 3D film, and a lot of people first 3D film, and you paid like triple the price for that.
Yeah.
So it's artificially sort of inflated because, you get people pay. I remember it was like 35 to 50 ringgit for like a cinema ticket because it was like a new experience, and I paid it. The dumb shit that I am, and I went in and I'm like, yeah, it's different, but I am never going to watch a 3D film again. But everyone did because it was supposed to be like the next big shit.
All right.
So that's another topic. We'll talk about that in another podcast.
I want to get quickly into the plot holes. So I'll just put them out there, and then you just let me know what you think. I agree with Damien. When it comes to time travel, let's just say there were a lot of plot inconsistencies, and I'll just tell you a few. Captain America. If he went back in time, that means that there's still a Captain America in that time. If you think about it, he's in the ice. That means he will be there with her, with the Captain America in the ice. So what's he going to do? Like, is Captain America going to appear, or is he just going to spend the time with her and so on? Okay, that's one of them.
Okay.
And that's
wait, are you going to list them all out first?
Yeah. Okay, let's
of that one.
Yeah, how about you? Let's dig into that one. What do you think?
Okay, I used to hate that he was like just living out his life while he knows all this stuff is happening. Like, he knows Bucky is being tortured and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And he knows like Iron Man's parents are like going to get killed by Bucky, but he's just like doing nothing. I was initially annoyed that, that he wasn't going to do anything about it and just live out his life.
Yeah.
No, but he made the promise to Tony Stark, like, no messing with the timeline, because he wanted his daughter and everything to still be in the future, right?
True.
So I can kind of live with that now after thinking about it.
No, actually, that's true. Because if you think about it, Peggy died when Captain America came back to life, right?
Yeah.
Or did he? No, he met her. He
met her as she was in her like hospital bed or whatever.
Oh yeah, then that would be fucked up. Like, that would be fucked up. If you think about it, if you go back in time and Captain America does come out, he will see that Peggy's dating another Captain America. So that's kind of like fuck. If you think about
it. I think he was like the one. Oh, true. I don't know.
See,
it doesn't make sense. Okay, now
so I gotta chime in somewhere. So I was obviously thinking the same, that it doesn't really make sense, because originally I thought it was a multiverse, because when that bald chick was like, like if you take something out or change the past, then there's different sort of universes sort of spanning up from that, and then she did that whole diagram with the Hulk.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, okay, sure. But then the Russo brothers in a subsequent interview, when people were like, how is Captain America in the same universe if you altered the past? They were like, we thought about this for 3 years. And it's something that we love to hear people talk about, and we wanted to sort of stir conversation. And in my opinion, that's just a reason for a misdirect. Like, I wouldn't even go so far being like, he wanted to go and live his life with Peggy while fucking New York was getting ripped up by aliens, and, fucking Thanos is trying to break everyone's head. I think legitimately, like, it was a little bit too rushed. They didn't want to kill off Captain America because the Russo brothers are known for misdirection. And everyone knew, and the bookies knew that, or thought that, they were going to kill off Captain America. They wanted to misdirect the audience, I feel. And that is one way to make you go, wow. But I don't think they thought so far, or it didn't really add up when they thought about time travel.
Yeah.
Time travel, I've got my own opinions about that, but like I'll let someone else sort of talk.
I think the scene that they used like if you think about it, the Russo brothers were really smart. They kept they kept using War Machine as like the mouthpiece of the like cinema goers. So every time he said like, oh, but if we go back in time, doesn't that cause the butterfly effect, which is what all the audience was thinking, right? But then they used Bruce Banner to explain and Bruce Banner's conversation with the bald woman to explain basically that time travel, like in this Marvel universe, this is how it applies. As long as
so the quote was something along the lines like, if you go to your past, the present you becomes the past, and therefore your past previously becomes your future.
Yes,
something like that, and you therefore will not change the ultimatum.
The pathway, the pathway is generally the same, and they put in like they put in a rule. As long as the Infinity Stones come back, that rule will apply. If not, that rule.
That rule, pretty much, because like 5 hours in that universe is like 5 years in our real time. So that all happened in a day. So they could have easily stuck out the Infinity Stones without anybody knowing.
Yeah.
And then just put them back in. So that made sense to me. But it was just the Captain America being in the same fucking timeline when he went back in time. That didn't fucking make sense. And if he were, how the fuck did he know he had to sit on that fucking chair like 20 years later? It's like, oh shit, it's the day that they send me back. I got to sit on this chair. Like, oh my days.
Does no one remember Captain America like kissed his?
Huh?
Well, Captain America used to have a relationship with Peggy's niece. Does no one remember that? Like what? In Captain America 2, he made out.
It was
Captain
in
America 2.
Wasn't it in Civil War?
It was in 2 in Civil War, I think. He made out with Sharon Carter, who is Peggy's niece.
The blonde chick.
Yeah.
Oh, she was yum.
No, but also Peggy had an original husband and a child in that timeline or something like that.
Whoa.
And then in the original timeline, and then Captain America goes back in time, and then now all of a sudden that guy's whole existence with Peggy Carter is gone.
Yeah, it didn't quite add up, did it?
Yeah, I don't think it's an argument, but like that scene in the current movie where he went back and he accidentally went into her office and he found his own picture on her desk. Like we all knew that she loved him. She loved him, and he just went missing. He just went into the eye. I guess he felt cheated. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm supposed to be this girl is supposed to be, this woman's supposed to be my wife, but because I got into the ice, you know what I mean? It's not fair. Maybe that's what he would.
But yeah, I know America. His whole moral should be to do the right thing, and he wouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but maybe he was thinking it's just like we fucking killed Thanos. The war is over.
Everything's gonna turn out okay.
And we have this technology that I can go back in time. Fuck. I've done my. Maybe he's like, fuck. I served my duty already. I just want to go home to this woman that I love. Yeah, I just want to dance. I just want to slow dance.
But if you think about it, ever since Captain America, from the first movie till now, they always, in every film, there's a scene where Captain America feels out of place, whether it be the use of the phone, whether he said like, I'm not, I'm born from a different time. They're like all the little.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it was well set up. I mean, it was set up for this. And in terms of Iron Man dying, if you think about it, they also did it like ever since the start. If you think about it, from the first Avengers film, where he had a vision of everyone dying when he flew up through that portal to
and he was the only one that was alive. Yeah, in that vision, he was like everyone was dead, but not me.
Yeah. So he's
Yeah.
always been like kind of like the pseudo leader of the whole thing and of the initiative, if you think about it. So him dying was like, for me, I thought it was quite poetic. Even like obviously, Daniel, you could say that like, the movie, you knew someone's going to die, whether it was going to be him or Captain America or whatever. I thought they did it well. And like it's a heist movie as well. So I
Time
thought
heist.
it was a breath of fresh air.
Time heist.
Yeah, so I think let's get to who do you thought were the MVP of this show, of this movie, of Endgame?
Or can we just say MVP of this like series?
This phase 1 to phase 3? Yeah, sure.
Oh no! Okay, for Endgame, it's a
weight.
specific character for me.
Okay. We'll start with the actual movie itself then. Like, who was your MVP for Endgame?
Ant-Man, hands down.
Why Ant-Man?
Because without him, they wouldn't even know about the quantum realm. They wouldn't have even gone back in time. He saved War Machine and Rocket. He punched one of those big snake leviathans.
Yeah, when he was huge. Yeah, Ant-Man's cool. Paul Rudd's funny. Yeah,
and he was funny throughout the whole movie. I think it was pretty good.
And he gets bullied, and he got bullied by Nebula and like everyone else at the start. And at the end, he came up clutch. He saved Hulk. And
classic comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to fucking eat his tacos, and then it just.
I really like the my favorite thing that happened in that movie was 100% rescue. 100%.
Are you serious?
Because no one saw it coming.
Oh my god!
And then when you saw it, and then when she teamed up with Iron Man, I splunked.
I like that scene a lot as well.
That
when they had the back to back. That was pretty sick.
Because they didn't show anything. Like that's what I love. The trailer. The 3 trailers did not show a single fucking thing. In Infinity Wars, I watched them and I watched all the clips. Like I felt like I kind of knew everything that was sort of coming. Obviously from the ending, no. But like the war at Wakanda and stuff like that, you could tell from the trailers. So nothing was really new except for the ending bit. But this film, the trailers gave away fucking nothing. And even the trailers... it was a bit of a misdirect as well. Like everything that was in the trailers was in the first fucking 15 minutes of the film.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, like to be fair, I kind of spoiled it for myself because after Infinity Wars happened, I did a bit of like digging. Like they were already filming back then it was called Infinity Wars Part 2 of the movie, and they were saying, it might involve time travel because there were like pictures of Thor with long hair and stuff. And so on. So like there were already speculations that it would be a time travel film. And then I remember reading somewhere in Den of Geeks that because if it involves time travel, then that means they're gonna go back to steal the Infinity Stones. And they were already saying, it's definitely gonna be a heist, a heist type of film rather than the old traditional Avengers film where they assemble.
Did you know that before watching Infinity War?
Yes, I knew it was going to be a heist film. I knew it was going to involve time travel. But I just didn't know. That's all I knew, and I watched only one trailer. So the only scenes that I remember was them wearing the time traveling suit, and like that's it. That's all I saw.
Peter, if you knew that before Infinity War came out, you could have made a lot of money.
What? How?
The betting odds for Spider-Man dying, for Black Panther dying, was like 1,000 to 1.
No,
Are you serious?
I didn't know coming back. I just knew that in the second movie. No, but this was after Infinity Wars came out. This was fresh after I watched it.
No. If you really knew Infinity War came out, then So the odds for killing Vision was like 1.4, and I was like, nah, fuck that. And then the odds for grossing 2 billion was like 1.7. I bet on that. And then like the odds for Black Panther dying, for Spider-Man dying, was like insanely high. Yeah, it was either 100 or it was either 101 or 1,001 to 1. I think it was maybe 100. But it was really high. It was something ridiculous. And these betting companies never give odds like that. Never.
Because their movies are coming out. That's why they know they have future movies. But yeah.
Exactly. And everyone was like, there's no way you're going to kill off the best characters, right? There's no way you're going to kill off Black Panther. But then if you knew about the time travel before, you could have maybe if you had a big brain, put two and two together and made a lot of
No,
money.
but you could have seen it coming. Honestly, the snap at the end of
you could've,
Infinity
you
War was predictable because they pretty much announced Infinity War and Infinity War Part 2 as a two-part thing.
Yeah. And
there was gonna be-
even in the trailer, they were like, when I'm finished, half of this universe will still be alive. They said it in the trailer. So someone could have pieced two and two, like if you knew time travel, plus you knew he's going to kill half of the universe. Like, it's still a little bit of a long shot, but it's a shot enough to put a bet on it and make money. But this talk show, this is not about making money.
it's
No, but
about that shit.
I think for the Avengers film, actually, I think it would have been predictable if you really looked at the big picture. Because if you look at the characters that survived and the characters that didn't, if you really watched Endgame is basically everyone from the first Avengers. All the new characters were nuzzed. And all the new characters were put aside. Because if you think about it, Phase 1 to Phase 3 was kind of like the story for these main characters ever since Avengers Day 1. And it's like the closing chapter for them. So the next Phase 4, it's like kind of...
I would have killed off... that's not who I would have put. Like, that would have been me. I know where you're coming from, but I like people like Rocket, War Machine. Oh, I would have killed them easy.
Yeah, but then you need some extra characters. It can't just...
It needs to seem random. It needs to seem random, obviously.
Yeah, it needs
not random. They need extra characters to help move the story along. Like, without these new characters, they can't get half the shit done, right?
Yeah, exactly what how you said it. I think it
No. Like, by random, I mean Thanos' ideology from the very start was he doesn't prefer any race from another. That's what's different from him. He wants to kill everyone and doesn't care if you're rich or poor, doesn't care if you're ugly, smart, strong or not.
fair.
He will kill half of you guys at random, like just so the other half can thrive. So you can't really be like, oh, I will kill off the bottom shitty half and leave like fucking Wonder Woman,
What?
Thor, and no, not Wonder Woman. Now Scarlet Witch, and the other strong ones, and just kill off like War Machine and Mantis. Shitty people.
War Machine ain't shitty, man. I like War Machine.
War Machine, yeah, he's pretty cool. I like his badass
Falcon's
guns, but
shitty.
that's about it.
Falcon's fucking shit.
He was actually the only character that they changed after the first film. Because the first film, it was Terrence Howard. I watched Iron Man yesterday.
I like the original actor.
I don't like the original actor. The original actor seemed like such a wuss, man. No offense.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was that guy.
Because in the first film, it was like, he looked at the machine which wasn't painted and he was like,
Next time.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened to him?
I don't know. I think he had a bit of a falling out with the director. I'm not too sure. We can probably look it up.
He is regretting it. He is absolutely regretting it right now.
I think Don Shadow was a really good.
Yeah, he's good. He's a really good. Every single person that they've casted has been a fantastic choice. I don't think they've fucked up any character.
Was Bradley Cooper still?
Oh no! Apparently, Robert Downey Jr. pushed him out.
Who?
Robert Downey Jr.
Like pushed him out. But if you think about it, Robert Downey Jr. is basically Marvel's favorite son because he got paid the most. He got paid the most for every film. He's the leader.
I think he got paid 75 million. Yeah, 75 million for this movie.
He got paid 75 million for this movie.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But that's peanuts compared, out of the 1.2 billion. 1 billion is, 100 million. Oh,
it's 1,000 million.
And
1 billion is 1,000 millions.
And royalties. He'll get royalties for the following weeks. He'll make a percentage of every seat in the cinema. So
he's still making royalties probably from people watching it on Stan.
Think about all the box sets. I was actually contemplating buying the 22 movie box set for the Marvel, Phase 1 to Phase 3.
Nah, fuck that.
That actually a thing.
Just torrent that shit.
Yo, we don't. This is going to be streamed live. We don't.
Illegal
we don't advocate doing illegal stuff.
I'm just kidding, man.
But pass it to me.
If the authorities are hearing this, Damien was kidding.
This is just a joke.
This is just a joke.
You just tell a joke. Anyways, you think that you would have killed off other characters instead. out of Vision, Black Widow, and Iron Man, would you have done it any differently? I was thinking, I go like, I don't really give a fuck. I'm happy with.
But it's like you can't really say would you have killed because the whole principle was you don't choose. But if I were to choose for like the sake of choosing and make it seem random, I would have probably put down. I would have kept Batista. Batista, I needed. He is my source of happiness. Yeah, I don't really care that much about Hawkeye. Actually, not at all.
Hawkeye was quite bad at this film, if you think about it.
No, he was good in this film. I thought he was really good in this movie.
Yeah, he was good in this film. He was good. But I just don't give two shits about him, unfortunately.
Wait, are you talking about dead characters in terms of the snap, or just in terms of how they died in the movie?
No. I'm talking about who got killed off. Basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the snap, right?
No. Snap.
Like just in the movie in general.
Oh, right.
Like,
no, I don't think I would have changed much.
I would. I feel like Captain America and Iron Man their roles should have been switched. I feel like Captain America
should have died. Yeah.
Only because it's more in line with like their characters, but like if you think about it, you know.
It didn't matter because they effectively kind of moved those characters out of the way. Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, they both don't really want to play those characters anymore. So
what do you guys think of the Hulk now that like he didn't even fight?
That opening scene with the Hulk when he's like half Hulk was so
half
fucking
Hulk.
good.
Yeah, like when he's like, you want a picture? Like, you want a picture with me?
No, it's just the whole principle of like him like being normal as the Hulk. It got me off my seat. I was laughing.
Did you see when he tried to smash and he was like, "Fuck it,"
he's like, flip a car, like pushes the car. I thought that was funny. So
I kind of wanted him and Thanos to get another beatdown because the first appearance that we saw of Thanos was him absolutely fisting Hulk. But this time I kind of wanted like a rematch. But Hulk was like, he injured himself. I don't know how. He probably just tripped. Like, and it's just like, he had like a shitty arm.
It was like Nerf, dude. Like, okay.
He's smaller. He was smaller.
Like the Professor Hulk is supposed to be like a mixture of the two, right? So you saw like the smart side, but you didn't even get to see any of him like really fighting or doing anything.
That's what I didn't like
the Hulk,
about it.
Right?
Yeah. They kind of made Hulk a cuck. He didn't do shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
But he was the only one who could survive the
last fight scene was the best fight scene of all MCU. The last like 20 minutes, and that just made my day. And then when I exited the film, I was like, "Holy shit, that was a fucking sick fight scene." And I was like,
sorry,
what?
You go. Sorry, you on a roll.
It was just, this is a bit sort of off topic-ish, but like I just remember exiting that film, and I'd be like, "That fight scene was so good." Like Captain America picking up Mjolnir was like.
Best fight scene.
Oh yeah, that was
and his beatdown of Thanos. Oh my day, that was such a good beatdown.
How sick was it when Thor used Mjolnir and the like his Stormbreaker together? I thought that was dope as well.
That's sick. One thing. They did him dirty, making him fat, man. They did.
Dude, that was so good.
They're so dirty. That Thor, fuck that shit.
He was so happy.
Damien, you have loved the fact that they were playing Fortnite.
Not anymore. That game sucks.
Yeah, I love the part when Thor was like, he was like on the talking shit online. It was like, I will fly to your house and I will beat the shit out of you.
No, the best bit was like, you do not speak his name. Then his rock guy's like, we do not speak his name here. I was like, that's so good. No,
we don't say that name in this house.
Yeah. I wanted more like old guy. I don't know what his name is.
Korg.
Dude, he is so good.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but both of them showed up at the war at the end as well. I think.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
You know, that's the director, right? He's voiced by the director of Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Now, I think we've covered basically why we liked it, why we didn't like it. But okay, let's talk about who you think was the MVP of the whole Marvel universe so far.
I would definitely say it's Iron Man, man.
Yeah, it has to be Iron Man.
I'd say Captain America. I really say Captain America. I don't know. I'm Iron Man made it good, but I really think Captain America pulled weight. Like my first wow moment of the MCU was Winter Soldier. I absolutely love Winter Soldier. I love Civil War. And I loved Infinity War. Those are my three top.
Yeah.
Those were like.
Where you guys go, I'm gonna go toilet. Keep going.
Yeah, no
I'm
offense, but
professional.
I thought Captain America was like pretty useless throughout the all he did was like make good speeches, but like I think it was like Iron Man was the one that did.
He's more prominent for sure. I like Iron Man is 100% more prominent and more likable. But I guess I like people with like I just like his fight scenes, to be honest with you. I'm a bit biased in that sort of sense. His fight scenes are the best in the MCU. There's no debate about that. I think just Iron Man has a lot of. He's very well constructed as a character. Like they thought really hard how Tony Stark would actually think. And the character around him, like, and how he thinks and his judgment calls are actually very, very good. Like in this movie here, he originally didn't want to do it because he had already found an alternative and he couldn't let that go. But then again, like his urge to look at the greater good is way more than his own benefit. Like he always thinks about the other people before him.
Yeah,
no matter how much.
Yeah, that's why he deserves it.
Yeah,
no matter how much they think about, how much they or he wants to like keep his daughter and his family and live his life. Just like he can never do that. He'll always have to push for the greater good.
Yeah, he looked at that picture. He looked at that picture of Peter Parker. And he's just like, I can't just like I have the ability to go back and have a chance to save Peter. Bring him back from the dust. I'm gonna have to risk my life to do it. You know what I mean? And he did.
His daughter's life as well.
Huh?
Risk his daughter's life as well to bring back someone.
Yeah.
Pepper said like. I'm going back in time. I'm risking my life now. I'm very lucky. I have a daughter now. Where I feel I should go back. And then that's why they brought up the scene when they were talking about his dad and they were describing his dad as a person who always give up. He always gives up his own personal life for the greater good, and which is exactly like. And I thought it was great, and that's why I think he's the MVP of the whole series. Yeah, I agree. Captain America comes as a close second, but I just think Iron Man edged it with that final film when he put on the glove, the Infinity glove, and he put that and he snapped his fingers. I thought that.
There was a long pause before he said "I am Iron Man," like a huge pause.
Yeah.
I don't like. Not that I don't like it. I liked it, but like, you notice how like they made the movie where they made the daughter so cute, and like just like I was so sad when Iron Man dies. Like it's like juicy pops, and then like shit, and all that stuff like that. Yeah.
So you didn't like that she was cute?
I liked it, but they made it like extra cute. They made the daughter like
so it's
super
more of an
cute.
Impact. It's more of an impact when
Yeah, when he fucking dyed it.
No, the scene when he said "I love you 3000," I thought that was. Oh, yeah.
Wow, she loves me 3000. She maybe loves you like a low 900 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Nah, I think we all agree that's great. I think let's quickly move on and start wrapping it up. Like, what do you think is next? What do you think is gonna happen in Phase 4? I already see Phase 4 being Captain Marvel is going to lead the charge.
Ew. I'm sorry, but ew.
No, I don't think so.
I don't like Captain Marvel.
That's my take. Captain Marvel is going to lead the charge. Sam Wilson's going to be very boring Captain America.
Agree.
But he would have more character than Chris Evans at Captain America, because Chris Evans Captain America is very predictable. Always following the rules. I'm Mr. America.
Fucking straight arrow, man.
Yeah, don't give up and that kind of stuff. They'll find it really hard replacing the charisma of Iron Man, but luckily they still have Thor.
If we lose, we'll lose together.
Like you said, no one ever dies in comic book movies.
But
they could bring that. Iron Man if they wanted to.
But I don't.
I just
like
want to see. I just want to see
cameos and
Spider-Man,
whatnot.
man. I want to see Spider-Man.
Another plot hole. How can how can they have like 5 years like in the movie like been on for 5 years and he comes back and he's still in the same grade.
Who?
Yeah. Damien
He's
spoke
still in
about
high
this.
school. He's still in high school after 5 years. Shouldn't he have like graduated? Isn't he? Shouldn't he?
I think what they explained was all his friends also got snapped. So when they all come back, they're all still in high school, which is what happens in the next Spider.
Fair enough.
I think that's what.
I wonder.
Yeah, it's too soon. It's too soon to say because it's not out yet.
Yeah.
I wonder what happens like if the world really got snapped by if Thanos was real and shit. I wonder who of us would disappear and who of us would still remain. That'd be so interesting.
There's 4 people in this call, dude.
Yeah, half of us would be gone.
Half of us won't. Well,
Shotgun.
that's not necessarily. We could all be alive.
Yeah.
That
I was thinking.
half that was alive. Your math is pretty bad, Nick.
Well, Damien said it first.
I was going to say something. I was going to say
That's
something.
the math here. Wait, now hold on. The math here is four of us, right? 50% all living things. 50% applies to the 4 people in this call. Okay.
Nope, 50% does not. 50% applies to everyone in the universe. So there could actually be 75% of the people on Earth living.
Imagining looking at the screen right now and you see like Daniel start away like guys.
Guys, I don't feel so good.
Thanos was not a bad guy. He was not going to say yes or no. He might be like, you're an absolute shit cunt, but if I snap you and you're still alive, then fuck, you're lucky. You are the top 50% of this world or this universe.
Oh, yeah, random with the random 50.
On that
Definitely
point, don't you think Thanos' death was very, very like anticlimactic? Like when he died both times, it was so
I kind of
boring.
wanted him to get beat, like absolutely fisted, but like it was a good way to go. Like that is a way that I would see. I would accept it, but I would want it more of a fight from him, because he's
So what do you mean Thanos is not a bad guy?
Edge sword and he fucked all of them up. He fucked Captain America up, even though Mjolnir.
No. So in the first Marvel film, and everything that precedes this film, he was seen as a character that actually wanted the greater good. Like he wasn't a bad guy that
He's a bad father, man. He's a fucking horrible father.
So
good.
the principle about that is because his world Titan didn't flourish when he thought that it could have, because they didn't listen to him, right? And then it just went to shit because it overpopulated. They showed that in the previous film. This film, he just wanted to kill fuck and everything. He was just like, I don't give a shit. You won't be here to see what the new life I give people. No, wait. The life that I give the new people that are going to flourish this world will never see the blood that you shed, because you won't be alive to tell it or something like that.
Yeah,
that's right.
So he just went like full sadistic and full like, I want to destroy the world. And it's like, you weren't like that. Like that's why you didn't kill Tony Stark in the beginning, because you didn't give a shit. You just wanted that stone on Doctor Strange's chest. You will not, if Iron Man and the Avengers were like, hey, yeah, just go take it. He'd be like, yeah, sure, sweet. I'm just going to click my fingers and if you're alive, sweet.
Yeah.
Now he's like, I want to fucking kill all of you.
Exactly. I was going to bring that up. There was a slight character change, they gave him the right lines. They didn't give him the right lines.
Yeah. Before it made sense what he thought because of the principle of Titan. Now it's like,
I will shred the universe till its last
he was
atom.
actually like, I'm gonna enjoy
mate, like that is not the character that you were portrayed as before.
Yeah. No, I agree. No, I think then this goes to like what I think about finishing movies, like complex movies like this. It's hard, they tried so hard to give every character, and there's so many characters in this universe screen time, and
that was hard. That was hard.
It was inevitable. You can't
like they showed War Machine's new kick-ass suit, but you didn't see it in action at all.
Yeah. 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. Like I understand the reason why it doesn't get 10 out of 10 because it's not flawless, right?
Yeah. I give it 8. I give it solid 8.
I don't know about introducing time travel, because as soon as you introduce time travel, everyone's mind, there's so many possibilities, and because they introduced multiverses now too, Iron Man, obviously he's dead because the contract at Marvel is dead, but in your mind, he's not really dead. Like in the movie that didn't have time travel, you'd be like, okay, he's 100% fucking dead.
I don't know if you guys know, but in the comics, there's a female Iron Man now. Like, I don't know if it's Tony Stark's daughter. Is it Tony Stark's daughter?
It's like a black chick, right? It's a
some random black chick. Yes, she's really smart. She's like one of the smartest people in the universe. So like
Wakanda forever.
No, just like
why are you on the toilet?
Sorry.
Okay. So what do you think will happen in Phase 4? I already said that I think Captain Marvel's going to run the show. Y'all don't agree? What do you think?
I agree.
I hope not. I fucking hate Captain Marvel.
They've said it outright that Captain Marvel's going to be like the new face of the MCU.
Ew.
She's like the strongest.
What about Dan? What about you, Dan?
What?
Fucking dyke.
Who do you think is going to come up from the Marvel unit? What do you think is going to happen in Phase 4?
I don't know who's gonna like. I don't know the comics. Like I don't know really what's gonna come up. I think they'll draw quite heavily on what the comics have written, but I don't even know what that is. Like if I were to pinpoint something, I would really like someone from the Guardians of the Galaxy to take a stand. I like them.
Yeah, I agree. Peter, can you like cut that part out where I said Captain Marvel's like...
Keep it all in. Keep it all.
Captain Marvel is too OP. Like
I agree. She's too OP. Remember when she was fighting Thanos? Thanos like gave her a strict
headbutt, and she didn't flinch, and she just completely destroyed that spaceship. Like and you know the Avengers would never be able to. The Avengers would have literally spent like fucking literally 3 movies trying to destroy that spaceship.
Yeah, it can make her fat like they made Thor fat.
Oh my god! Imagine the backlash they got if they made her fat. If they made her fat in the next film, oh my god!
Dude, I don't know. I forgot who told me this.
Would not have the end of it. They would absolutely destroy. Yeah.
Apparently, Captain Marvel had a body at a stunt double where it was like her ass double because she didn't have a good ass, so they found a stunt double to take good back shots of her ass in the film.
She's an ass double.
Really?
If that's really true, don't you think that's a bit like sexist? Even though like
isn't that like counterproductive to like what she stands for? Like woman.
I thought, okay, don't you think it was cool she cut her, I mean, like, I didn't...
yeah, it was good. It was the cut hair was nice. I liked it a lot.
I didn't really like
I didn't.
It was cool, because it's, you didn't have to be the prettiest girl to be the strongest. You just had to be strong no matter how you look. And I thought
she had a beautiful personality inside, though.
Yeah, she had
because of the comics, because in the comics she has short hair.
Yeah.
So at the end of the movie, she had short hair.
Nah, but she was really strong. I think Captain Marvel's a cool character, but I just think that they're trying too hard. They're forcing shit that, makes it kind of like corny.
They're just trying to sell stuff. I don't know if you guys remember, but like, when they introduced Black Widow and stuff, they're showing off her ass and shit, and there were like unnecessary ass shots.
Oh yeah, like flipping around and shit.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Like I think they're just trying to appease everyone. Like everyone wants to see Black Widow's ass when she first appeared in like Captain America.
Oh, not me. Is that what you're looking at, Nick?
Well, I mean, like there were scenes.
We don't objectify women.
Yeah, we don't objectify women here.
Nick, you shouldn't as well.
What do you mean? Women are objects, man. I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. You guys are such fucking hypocrites, acting all shocked on this podcast.
Okay, let's
when stuff I say off the record, I'm ratting all of you guys out.
Let's start ranking our top 5 films from the Marvel universe. Who wants to go? Let's go with Dan first. Dan ranked it just now. I want you to rank it again from 1 to 5.
I don't know about 1 to 5, but like the
1.
5. I don't know about 5. 3, 2, 1. I could get.
Okay, top 3. Let's do top 3.
Let's do top 3 again.
Top 3 for me would probably be Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity Wars 2. Like that.
Really?
Okay,
like from 3 to 1.
No. Infinity War, the second. Infinity War is better than.
You mean Endgame?
Oh yeah, Endgame is better than. No, it's worse than Infinity War was so good. The only thing that ruined it for me was I got a bit stupid and I watched the trailers. If I didn't watch any of the trailers,
Infinity War would have been so good, but I just couldn't wait. I was just watching all of them, and I was googling like spoilers for myself because I was literally that eager to watch it. But then it kind of like pushed it back. And you know how little everyone knew about this Endgame, right? Imagine if everyone went into Infinity War with that same thing in their head, like they didn't absolutely know.
Most people did though.
Huh?
I mean, it didn't give away too much. Like, of course, with these Avengers films, you know there's going to be a big battle. It's not like...
No, but they didn't, like, in Infinity War, you didn't even know that. You did know that. You did know the Wakanda battle. You did know the Iron Man getting
you know there's
going to
be big battles regardless. You just don't know how they're going to take place or where they're going to take place.
But in Thingy, they gave it away. You knew that the end battle was going to be in the Wakanda. You knew that Captain America was going to come out of the shadows when
he had a beard and shit.
Yeah. Okay. You know, like all of that, and then like you knew that like he was coming out of the shadows, and then as soon as you saw the setting of Scarlet Witch was getting beat down, like I knew immediately Captain America was going to come because I saw the trailer like fucking the day before, and I could recognize the setting, and I'm like. Fuck, really fucking spoiled it for myself because I knew that it was going to happen. But if I didn't know, I would be like, wow. Like, imagine if you saw fucking Rescue. If I saw Rescue in the trailer and then I saw it in the cinema, I'd be like, oh, I was waiting for you. But this time I was like, holy fuck, you put Pepper Potts in an Iron Man suit? Whoa!
Where'd she learn how to fight? Where did she learn how to fight? She just suddenly knows.
So I like watching that fight was amazing. Look. I hope the authorities don't get me, but I kind of watched the pirated version, and I watched the.
Same on YouTube, right?
but I watched the fight again, and it wasn't actually that good.
It was
like,
just
the Infinity War fight is so much better choreographed than the Endgame fight, but it was just more of a wow factor, like you just. Like it all coming together kind of thing. And Infinity War was just more siloed, you know? But the actual choreography of Infinity War was way better. And being Marvel fans, I like action. I don't give a shit about the story behind it. I actually wish that they put less story and more boom boom pow.
Boom boom pow.
Yeah. So coming out of cinema, I probably rated it 8.5, 9. But then that was just because I'd just seen the end fight.
Adrenaline.
Now looking back, probably an 8. Probably an 8.
All right. So when it comes to the fight scenes and stuff, I think that the fight between Thanos and the heroes was better in Endgame, but it was shorter. And I agree that the general, like in terms of all the fight scenes in one film, Infinity Wars had the best general fight scenes throughout the whole film.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Then I'll put Civil War. No, is it not was Civil War or no? Winter
Soldier. Holy shit, that was a fucking fantastic.
No. I'll put Civil War as the third one because that's where Iron Man fought Bucky and Captain America, and I thought that fight scene was epic. Everyone still.
Yeah, that was good. That was good as well. That one was really good.
So if you want me to rank in terms of the best films, I'll give you my top. I can give you top 5 actually. The fifth best movie. I was going to give like Avengers, but I thought about it. I'm going to give Guardians of the Galaxy number 5. 4, I'm going to give Civil War. 3rd, I'm going to give Winter. No. Sorry. 4th, I'm going to give Civil. Sorry, my bad. 5th was going to be Winter Soldier.
Oh my God.
4th is going to be Civil War. 3rd is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy. 2nd is going to be Endgame. 1st is going to be Infinity Wars.
Yeah. That's it's very similar to what I would write.
What about you, Nick?
Yeah, I would say roughly the same. I don't have them in order, but the ones that I really, really, really enjoyed were Civil War, Infinity War. Like you guys seeing all the big movies. I also you know how everyone said like the beginning, like Iron Man 1 was amazing.
I watched it yesterday. It was meh.
Yeah,
all these movies, it's meh.
Yeah, true. The scale is different though, but. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I really enjoyed Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 is definitely.
Yeah, I liked it. Oh, dude, suitcase.
Yeah, suitcase suit, and my favorite obviously was War Machine because when War Machine was debuted, War Machine's sick, man, and that's 3: Iron Man 2, Iron Man 1, Civil War, Infinity War, and I would say Ant-Man 1. Ant-Man 1 I really enjoyed.
Actually, I like Nicholas picks. Nicholas picks are different, so that's kind of.
I like
I
Ant-Man.
have mine are a
It's
bit
good.
different as well.
What's yours, Damien?
All right. I know. Okay, best movie was Infinity War. That's number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2 is
Oh,
Endgame.
fuck, that was so good.
Yeah.
Number 3 is actually Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
4,
That's
3.
my picks. Yeah.
4, Civil War.
Damn. Yep.
And 5, I think Iron Man 2 as well. I really enjoyed Iron Man 2.
Yeah, same. I
Well,
can't believe
watch
you
that
put.
tonight.
I can't believe you put Thor Ragnarok in there. I personally didn't. Okay, obviously Thor 1 and Thor 2, in my opinion, were absolute shit. Like the Thor
Thor 3
movies
is
were bad.
good, dude. It like changed his character
good.
for the better.
Yeah. Thor
it
3,
did.
Thor
The
3
refresh.
was good, but I wouldn't put it in anywhere near the top. Like I enjoyed it, but like it was very, very, very comedic, and
Yeah, I enjoyed him.
I enjoyed it too. But I personally wouldn't put it in any of the top 5 out of all the Marvel movies that are out there. You know what I mean?
Who? What?
Thor 3, Thor Ragnarok. But I like the part where like Loki's and Thor.
It was just comedic. It was just a comedy film. It was good. But it wasn't like I didn't like it as a Marvel film. I liked
That wasn't even.
Okay, what about what about the final fight in Thor 3 when he gets his like lightning powers back and he's
when
like
he becomes
just tearing
sparkles.
through all of them?
I didn't like the fight scene, but it was just like funny, like Thor, Hulk falling to the ground. Like that was that I lost it. I fucking lost it when he didn't turn into the Hulk. He just like died. That was the fucking funniest when he like when Hulk like jumped out of the building, out of the
like,
plane, and it was like, "Don't worry," and he just like splat on the bridge, and he didn't turn into the Hulk.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know, like ever since that. No, I think ever since is it Ragnarok? It was ever since that. No, I think a lot of the movies they always use the song.
Oh yeah.
I think that's so bad. I think they used it when Captain America called Mjolnir, right? And it really when Captain America called Mjolnir, I bet you all of you were pumped. All of you.
I love the fact that when Thor saw it, he was like a little fat little kid. He was just like, I knew it.
Yeah, and then he gets kicked in the face.
Yeah,
so good.
He was like getting beaten the fuck out of like Thanos, and then he sees Captain America like, I knew it.
That was so good. I think
no. You take the little one. Give me that. Sounds like.
I think we covered everything. Okay, let's go through like the numbers that it has achieved. So it made it opened with the biggest box office opening week globally, amassing $1.2 million US.
Billion, you mean 1.2 billion?
So let me just
Isn't it 1.4?
quickly talk about that. So it's 1.4 now, and people were talking about like when people start talking about the numbers, like I think it's quite misleading because number one, they're starting to show a lot of these films 24/7 in a lot of countries. Like they're opening and they're going overtime, and literally it's the only film that they're showing because people are desperate to watch it. That's not necessarily that. And it's crossed like a lot of these milestones way faster than Avengers, the first one did, way faster than Star Wars did, and way faster than Avatar did. So they were like, oh, it's on track to beat Avatar, 2.7 billion that is. But I'm like, there wasn't that much of a rush to watch Avatar. There is a massive rush to watch Endgame. And I see it tailing off very soon. Like everyone that really wanted to watch Avengers has kind of already watched it. Everyone so now after like the first sort of 2 weeks, it will really start to taper off to these casual watchers. Yeah, and I don't think it will cross the numbers that these media people have really egged it out to be, because it's crossed a lot. It's literally like in the first week, it's literally hit every single record. There is not a single record that still holds by any other movie in the first week. Like opening weekend, opening day for any of the days, Monday to Friday, Monday to Sunday, sorry. First to cross 1 billion. It is crossed literally every single one, but that's just because you've got fanboys of watching. I know someone that's watched it at 3 a.m. in the morning. Like our Malaysian friends watched it at fucking nut time, like some ridiculous, like 12 o'clock as well. On like a standard day. I was like, dude, like it's gonna be big, but it's gonna cost 2 billion, clear, easy, but maybe like 2.2, 2.3.
You don't believe it's gonna take over Avatar? I mean, come on.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Dude, 2.8
only been out less than a week. It's been out less than a week.
No, because Black Panther killed it opening weekend. Then the next weekend it dropped by 70% or some shit like that. It dropped.
Yeah, no, it's going to be it's going to cross 2 billion without a doubt. It is going to cross Titanic. I'm almost certain. I don't know. It's just I say like my call, and we're obviously recording this is 2.3. I'd say it's capped at 2.3.
I'll present a stat that supports Daniel's case. If you think about it, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, which was Star Wars 7, that is the third highest grossing film of all time, which he brought up earlier at the start because a lot of people haven't seen in ages, and then it amassed a worldwide gross of $2 billion. So it's like $700 million behind. No, sorry, it's 0.7 billion behind Avatar. And it's about
it's literally 600 million. It's literally 600 million.
Yeah. And then it's about like almost 200 million behind Titanic. So Star Wars: The Force Awakens is the third highest grossing film ever. And and the film that what I'm trying to say is Star Wars 8, which was I can't remember what was Star Wars 8.
So shit, right? The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi. It wasn't even close. It was like. It's 12. It's 12, and
that's because everyone hated it. All the fans hated that movie.
Yeah,
because Luke died taking a shit.
Not just
he was like, and then it disappeared.
So I mean, like Endgame. If you don't think Endgame is gonna, beat Avatar, what do you think it's gonna stand in terms of the highest grossing film ever? Do you think it's
no.
It's only been a week since it's been out, man. I think
it'll definitely beat Titanic. That's what I say. I think it's yet to be seen whether people are still going to continue to want to watch it. I mean, it's being with all the memes and all the media posting about it. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't feel like the drop will be as significant as like the Black Panther one, 60-70% or whatever.
What?
Yeah.
You said Black Panther dropped.
Okay, everyone just make a call. Like y'all now have the list in front of you.
I say it'll beat Titanic for sure. I say it'll be at least number 2.
Yeah, it's 100% gonna beat Titanic. Like I've no doubt in my mind.
Whether it's gonna beat Avatar, I'm not sure. But it'll definitely sit at number 2, like 100%.
Yeah, like 2.3 is where I draw it. 2.3. I'd say. Yeah,
I'll say 2.5. I'll say.
Who wants a side bet?
2.5.
How much money you want bet?
Side bet.
It's just not gonna. I wish Avatar wasn't first. It's such a skewed.
Name one character from that movie. Name one character from that movie.
It's such an anomaly of a film if you think about it.
Yeah, it's literally because of the 3D thing. It's literally because of the 3D. Like Avatar 2 is coming out in a few years or something.
Are you serious?
It's not going to cost more than 1.5. No way.
Fucking wheelchair army man decides to transplant his brain into an alien body so he could bang his alien girlfriend. Isn't that the ending?
Is that the synopsis of Avatar 2?
Yeah.
Avatar 2, he has a fucking alien baby with his alien girlfriend. Don't fucking know.
I'm not interested. I'm not intrigued at Avatar though. I remember watching it. I mean, like Dan said, I thought it was more of the novelty factor than it being an actual good movie. I remember the actors in it. I think it was a lot of B-class actors.
Was it Jason
Sam Worthington?
Sam Worthington, Michelle Rodriguez, the girl who the blue alien blue alien was
Isn't she Gamora?
Zoe Saldana. I think it was Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, she's Gamora.
And
wow, Gamora's literally gonna be in the first and second and fourth movie.
Yeah, no, there was an interview. She said she was hoping that it beats Avatar or something. I think.
Wow, she was a blue alien and now she's a green alien. Fucking, she's what
a way to tell, to say your natural skin color is not good, so let's paint you blue. Let's paint you green. Yeah, no, I think it'll definitely beat Infinity War. I don't know. I'm more conservative. I don't know if it'll beat Force Awakens. It might beat Force Awakens, but I don't know if it'll beat Titanic. I might be wrong. I don't know. I just don't know numbers, but yeah.
I just don't see it being any less than Avengers 1. That is for sure.
I agree.
But and between that, because you'll get the people that didn't watch Endgame in the cinema,
But you would have adopted it from Captain Marvel or from just watching it yourself, and then from there, all you need is literally a couple million people to watch it, like who didn't watch the first Endgame.
Yeah.
But what is really surprising about these numbers is that, historically speaking, it's always December, like Christmas period, that sets the box offices.
Yeah.
So to have it, we are having it released now. You're literally omitting all the casual watchers that go with their family to just look at a fucking movie to watch on the weekend. And that in December, like if this opened in December, like there would have been a very good chance to cross Avatar, I would say.
No, but you think about it, the runway in December is fucking packed. Star Wars is coming out at that time.
No, exactly. Like if it literally just, because Star Wars is like, it doesn't want to fight with it. So if it came out literally the same time as, oh, my brother's back.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
I'm professional.
If it came out the same time as Star Wars, it's probably only going to gross like 1 billion.
Yeah. But you think about like this, it's very hard, right, to plan like for movies. Like I think the biggest movies that are coming out this year.
Okay, how much do you think Lion King is going to gross?
I don't know. I think
I'm excited for Lion King.
Fucking Seth Rogen's fucking Pumbaa. That's so good.
Detective Pikachu.
Okay, wait. Before we get there, I'll just tell you, I'm looking at all the movies. I think you guys are looking at the list as well. So like Star Wars.
I want to see it too so bad.
The final Star Wars is coming out.
Wait, is that the final of all time?
Yeah.
The final of this saga.
The last of this trilogy.
Let's go with the big ones. What are you gonna watch? Pokemon Detective Pikachu?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Pika.
Lion King's coming out in July. Oh fuck.
Yeah, I can skip
Aladdin.
Aladdin, man. I don't want to watch Aladdin.
I'm not watching Toy Story 4.
Godzilla, I'm gonna watch.
I'm watching Godzilla. So this Endgame movie is supposed to be the last movie of Phase 3.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah. I think they just want to capitalize.
Dark Phoenix, June. John Wick 3.
I haven't seen any of
Fuck Men in Black, whatever. The
No,
new.
you're spoiling it for our podcast.
How am I spoiling? Joker. I'm so keen for Joker. Who here is
Joker
keen?
looks
No,
good.
I watched the trailer. It wasn't. I didn't like.
I didn't like it either. I think it was very underwhelming.
It's just very emotional. This one. It's not superhero.
It's more of a psychological.
Oh, I want to watch the new Chucky so bad. Like, scroll up, you know.
This is Quentin Tarantino's last.
Oh,
film.
this is I'm gonna watch. Absolutely.
Ooh, I would watch this. Okay.
I'm absolutely.
Okay. What about Hobbs and Shaw?
Nah,
I'm gonna watch it
pass.
for the lols. I'm gonna watch it for the absolute lols.
I'm gonna watch it for the lows as well. So this actually perfectly sets up the last topic. Oh shit, Zombieland 2.
Oh hell
Oh,
yeah.
dude, I'm watching
Hell
that.
yeah.
I'm watching that as well.
Uh,
Oh shit, there's a Terminator again. Oh shit, they're bringing back the old Sarah Connor. Okay, that's kind of dope. Jumanji. Fuck that.
Annabelle comes home.
Wait, there's a Jumanji 2?
Was there?
What?
I think isn't this Jumanji 2? I'm pretty sure
This
this is
Jumanji 3. Can you guys read?
so-
Jumanji 3.
Maybe they used the timestamp.
Oh no.
When
Yeah,
in the
no,
future.
no,
Okay,
no
I get it. Okay, so
Yeah.
we've seen all the movies that are like roughly gonna come out, and it seemed like I don't know. It's still for me. It still kind of begs the question: why did they open it today? Like on a like, is it a Good Friday weekend? No, it was the weekend after. They opened it.
It was Easter.
Yeah, they opened it
Yeah,
during
it was Easter. I watched it on Easter.
So if you think about it, why did they open it then and not Christmas instead? Maybe it could have been Star
This would
Wars.
have been
Probably
such
on
a
the floor.
long wait. It's literally a year. They waited because they also have
That's
other
fucking
movies they
straight over.
wanna. They have
Hey,
other
Pete,
movies they need to
Pete,
release.
can we-
Right.
Can we wrap this up?
The
I
next
gotta.
days already. Yeah. Okay. So this begs like before actually we go to the next question, I want to see what the films that have been planned for the future. Just let me open this. Article. Because I think what we know is that besides Spider-Man from this phase, the next phase includes Doctor Strange 2. It includes a Guardians of the Galaxy as well, which confirmed today that will start filming next year, and it will. What is that? There's a like say a Black Widow film, The Eternals. Which movie here is kind of like it's kind of like getting you hyped for? Like, are you hyped for any of the movies that?
Just Spider-Man. I want to see Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. You don't want any
part of this.
Yeah.
I want to see. Wait, scroll up.
The Eternals are like Shang-Chi.
I don't know what Eternals is, but like it sounds cool.
It's basically like another Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like in the future or something, and it's
I'll probably watch that. I'm not gonna be like hyped to watch that, but I'll watch it.
No, I think people will watch it because it's like a breath of fresh air. They'll be going in like, oh, this might be like Guardians of the Galaxy, a new set of heroes that we don't know about, but it might be good.
The next phase pretty much will set up everything, future, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Peter, you can edit this out, but my phone battery is like on 5%, so it's gonna die real soon. So, and I'm using earphones, so.
You're literally playing PS4.
No, I'm not. But the
Why can't
phone
you
is
charge your phone? But anyways,
okay. But then my earphones, I have to take off the earphones.
understood. Anyways, yeah, okay. I think we've covered everything so far. I think the last thing I want to cover is basically looking at basically the big, like all these big series that we have right now. All these big universes. I want to ask you: do you think that anything will come even close, or any other universe that you think are as good?
Would beat Endgame? I think it'll be tough because
not beat Endgame. You personally, like for example, I bring out like Star Wars, Star Trek, Fast and Furious.
I don't think any of the movies that come out will be as big as Endgame. I think because Endgame they literally took
Endgame as big as the universe, or do you think any other universe are actually better, even though they don't gross as much money? But
it's hard because the same size as Endgame because this Marvel's done 22 movies over 11 years. That's like so much world building and like universe building that I don't think anything can come close, at least for now.
Yeah. Agree with that.
So too.
Shazam!
What about you? Okay, let's just make it. Do you think DC have a chance?
No.
I like where they're going though. I like the direction they're going. The
Joker movie? The Joker movies, or like? Like what direction do you think they're going in?
As in with Shazam. Shazam was good. Aquaman's did well. Wonder Woman did well when it came out, so the next one I'm assuming is hopefully going to be good. So like I'm excited to see like where they go with it and if they can keep up the good movies,
I think it's smart that like DC, I think they canned a lot of things. I think they basically wrote off Batman and the Justice League. They did a fucking terrible job, and it's well known in the DC universe that the producers from DC are like terrible people to work with. They keep chopping and changing directors and stuff. So we all know that they have to kind of get.
It's so sad that they don't have a good Batman movie.
Nick, can you not Nick? You're like ruining the sound, right?
Sorry, you can edit it out, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah, but then what if I'm talking about something important?
Sorry. The sound came out when there was no.
All right. Okay. Anyways, if y'all didn't know, Ben Affleck has left filming the standalone Batman film that he was going to do. It's going to be someone else, and they changed stuff. The Joker film as well. That's like completely different in a different universe, and I like stuff like that. I think if DC if they know that they can't compete on the same type of like scale as Marvel, they should just do movies like that. They should do something like Suicide Squad, where you put the movie in the eyes of the villains instead of like
try something new.
Yeah, they should just do that. If I was them, I would just do that. And I'm excited for the Joker. I think I'll just put my position out there. I think I'm kind of done with the Marvel films. I'll watch Guardians of the Galaxy for lols, but I'm not that engaged anymore.
I will never be done with the Marvel films.
I haven't seen Ant-Man 2. I haven't seen Ant-Man 1. there's all these heroes that I just like would not.
Dude, Ant-Man 1 is so fucking good, and so is Ant-Man 2.
Yeah, it could be. I'll probably watch
Really,
it.
they're the lowest rated, but I still enjoyed them.
Fair
You
enough.
went to jail for stealing a smoothie machine? 2 smoothie machines. It's good.
Okay.
I'll watch it when I have time, but I'm excited for Joker. What about you, Dan? Let's wrap it up. What's your take, Dan, on the Marvel Universe for you?
Wait, what were you saying?
What's your take on the Marvel Universe?
It has a lot to play with. Do I ever think it's going to have that same weight as Iron Man? I don't actually think so. I generally don't think so because you can't. It's the nostalgia factor. It's just not there. They're just going to churn out these characters that no one's ever heard of, and it doesn't really have that much of a history because it wasn't something that Stanley or any of the original creators would have thought about because they're all there. The recent comics, I don't think are as popular, if I believe, but they will still churn out these movies, and it will still be blockbuster hits. I just don't think it's going to have the same resonant effect on me, but it probably would for my kids when I have 3.
Pre-planned. You ordered it already.
Yeah, everyone listening to this podcast is invited for Nick's wedding, by the way.
Nick, stop playing games. It's actually, I can hear it. Your button mashing is so loud. It's so.
Let me mute
Do you
my
have to
mic.
do it now?
All right, no, but Nick,
Hey,
before you go,
this is taking too long.
what's your take on the Marvel Universe? What has it done for you, and are you looking forward to all the new movies that are coming out?
Yeah, I always love Marvel movies, man. Like, Damien knows, like, I watch almost every single Marvel movie, man. We enjoy almost everything. There hasn't been one Marvel movie that we said that we don't like. You know what I mean? Like, I love it, man. I love Marvel movies.
Even Thor 1? You like Thor 1?
No, I didn't like Thor. I didn't like any of the Thor movies.
But you said that there were no movies that you didn't like.
I mean, okay, besides the Thor ones. Everything else was good. You know?
Okay, what about you, Damien? Close it out.
What's up? What was the question?
What's your take? What do you think of the Marvel Universe? What has it done for you? And are you looking forward to the future movies?
Yeah, I mean, I think I watched all of them except Captain Marvel. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like they have a lot to work with. I hope they execute it well in the future. But for this Infinity Saga, I think they've done a good job overall.
All right. I think to close it out, I think Marvel's done a great job. It has revolutionized, I think, the comic book movies or superhero movies in general. It has revolutionized universal movies, like creating a multi-universe movie, like where they tailor and connect multiple films together. They connected 22 films and TV shows as well.
I agree. Marvel's great, but like, I mean, obviously there are some things that, they're just doing it that shows that they're just doing it to sell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. That's every business. Everybody.
Yeah, I guess.
To make a profit. That's why these producers, pay buy these movies to distribute these movies. So I think it's great. I think I think what the challenge they have on their hands is was perfect. The challenge that they have was perfectly put out by Daniel, saying that what the heroes are that we already know. They already put up most of the Marvel heroes that we know, but I think Daniel's forgetting that there's still X-Men and so on. I think it'll be interesting to see what comes out of this. And yeah. Anyways, thanks guys for recording. I'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
You need to edit this. It can't be an hour and a half long.
Yeah, this shit's long as fuck.
We just have so much to say.
Did you all say bye? Boy.
Bye.
I think I said bye.
Thanks for having me, Peter. Sorry guys, if I was a bit annoying or rude. I didn't mean any of the rude stuff that I said.
Why are you playing games when you know?
I'm just going. You know what? I'm gonna cut this episode into 2 episodes, like Infinity War 1 and
part 1 and then part 2. But then you should. You know what you should do? You should fucking take out 2 of us. Don't tell it. Put it in a hat. Take out 2 of us, and then there'll only be 2 alive. Half the world will still exist when I'm done, and half the world won't. There's no judgment.
See, that's 50%. That's good math, Dan.
Quick math.
But that's only for the show. If it was real Thanos snapping his fingers, maybe we all survive. Maybe one of us survive. Maybe none of us survive.
Are still 50%. 50% across the board. So 50% out of a random sample of 4 people, which is we are a random sample of 4 people. Is
the sample size you're taking is too small. You need to take the size of the whole universe. So that's like 100 billion gazillion people. 50% of them dead.
It's 50%
I
of
know
all.
the next time, like if there's like a next Marvel movie, we should all go watch it together and then record together, like with our reactions and review.
Okay, I'll fly to KL. I'll fly to KL for this special
Spider-Man: Far From Home.
screening.
Wow, that's gonna be shit. Hey, anyways, go away. I need to play my Overwatch. All right, see ya.
Guys,
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.